Welcome people to another trade recap, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how I am up $1,500 on the day, which occurred from me taking one trade. Today it is a Monday, it is the first day of the week, second last day of the month, and it is more importantly a Monday in NFP week. So let me just show you what that looks like today. I just want to start off by saying, before we get into the trade breakdown, before we get into my analysis, one thing that viewers can take away from this video is you can count on the Monday and Tuesday on NFP weeks being insane price action. They will move efficiently, they will move promptly, they will move consistently. 4 out of 5 times these days will just present great setups. So having said that, today a great setup occurred. Today I was short in the market. Short the market here with 7 contracts. Full take profit, did not get hit unfortunately. I did take partials, so I got my piece of the pie. But regardless, let's just get straight into the trade breakdown and the analysis behind it. So taking that off the chart, here we go. Why are you shorting in this market? Why are we so overextended to the downside and I am still shorting? That is because although it is a Monday in NFP week, which means that price action is going to move very, very, very cleanly, we're in a downtrend. What can we see on the higher time frames? We have been bearish for the past 3 months. Last week, I went into the week with a bullish bias, but that would have only been a bullish bias if we had have closed above these or this level on Monday. On Monday, we failed to break above that level. We rejected lower. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we rallied to the downside, opening up today in a monthly for value gap. Why am I still trying to short the market? It is because we have got no confirmation that price wants to go up. So if we've got no confirmation on the higher time frames that price is looking for a move higher, naturally you're always going to just be looking for a move lower. So today, drawing out my draws on liquidity for the day, we have got an unfilled daily for value gap at the bottom here. If we go to the daily chart, we can see that we are overextended to the downside, clearly in a bearish trend. We have got a daily for value gap here inside the monthly for value gap that has not been swept yet. So practically we've got relative equal lows at the bottom here. We've also got Asia low, London low, the opening gap range, and obviously inside we've got low resistance liquidity. For me, my criteria to enter a trade is an S&T, change state delivery, internal manipulation, and a confident draw on liquidity. Obviously, naturally, 99 out of 100 times, you're going to be targeting a very confident, a side that has a lot of liquidity on it. Today, that was sell side. We've got an unfilled daily gap. We've got Asia low, London low, opening gap range, low resistance liquidity. We've got every single reason to move to the downsides and target those lows. So all that we need to see now is some kind of manipulation and find an entry and execute with confidence. Today, price actually did not move that high or higher than people would have anticipated on a New York Open, but regardless, unfortunately, I could not get the most precise and the most optimal entry to this trade, which doesn't annoy me because I still got my piece of the pie, but regardless. Entering the morning, I'm bearish. We're in a bearish trend. We've got bearish targets. I need to find an entry. As soon as New York opens, we retrace it into 50% of the CE of this wick. If we go down to the 5-minute time frame, we can see that from here, from price retracing into it, we reject lower swiftly, immediately. We've got clean displacement to the downside. To enter a trade, realistically, you only need displacement. So understanding that there's a 5-minute change in state delivery that has been confirmed up on market open, we've seen our manipulation to the upside. There was not an S&T in play, but there didn't need to be in this scenario because it is clear that we're going to sell off. Price sells off and I end up getting an entry right here. So the way I got an entry was, look, if we want to be bullish on the high time frames, what do we need to do? We need to disrespect bearish PD arrays or bearish imbalances, or disrespect bearish breakouts after liquidity sweeps. Well, it's the exact same on the low time frames. If I want to be bearish on the low time frames, I want to see bullish PD arrays get disrespected. So what can we see in this chart here? We've got a 50-minute Favaj gap here. If we're bearish, we should just go through it straight away, exactly what we did. We've also got another 1, 2, 3 bearish Favaj gaps, bullish Favaj gaps here. If we're going to be bearish, we should just go through them. And that is exactly what happened. I drew out the practically most premium Favaj gap in this whole range. Price ended up sweeping liquidity here and continued to the downside. If I want to be bearish on the day, which I already am, I just need to see that bullish price action is being disrespected. So as soon as price comes into this 50-minute Favaj gap after sweeping this internal level, it is clear to me that price still wants to move to the downside. So I get an entry here. You can say whatever you want to say. It wasn't the best of entries. It also wasn't the worst. Stop loss at the recent high because we got no reason to go up. We're in a bearish trend. We want to see price dump even further. I entered in with 7 contracts right there. I took off 4 at London low. My initial full take profit was going to be, well, it was the daily unfilled Favaj gap below Asia low. Unfortunately, we got stopped out to the tick, and hey man, it was a great trading day. I'm up on the day. I followed every single rule in the book. I took 1 trade. I locked up my account straight away. One thing that I could have done better today is just be more active in the trade. Like, I was getting clips for my weekly vlog. I was filming videos on my phone. I was not focused on what price was doing. So one way that I can benefit, or that you guys can benefit in the future if you do get distracted mid-trade, is just fucking lock in, man, because I lost out on profits today because of that. One really big mistake I made last week was the same thing. I wasn't locked in on trades and I was not trailing my stop loss. We are not in the best conditions in the world. You need to be taking as much profits as you can from the markets, because I'm living proof of that. I enter the market here. I move my stop loss to break even. I get broke even and price goes all the way to the downside. You need to be able to take what you can from these markets. But anyway, I'm not here to complain. I did 99% of the best job that I could. Happy with the result. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys learned something, and I will see you tomorrow.